In my game, I am Diablo, the ultimate invincible demon lord. In reality, just a shut-in gamer. Believe me, I never expected to actually get sucked into the game. The second I arrive, 2 girls are kissing me. Talk about confusion. Staring at my actual, physical hands, I realize I was summoned here by these 2 und. The ritual was a kiss. A kiss. Wait, that wasn't a dream? Man, I should have enjoyed it more. This is the Starfall Tower, the exact spot for summoning beasts and placing slave contracts. It hits me I am definitely inside the game. But as I try to speak to Themi, remember, I have been a total loser my whole life and never talked to a girl. But wait, I did talk to girls who challenged me. In-game, the moment I speak, I completely stun them. Channeling my ultimate boss persona really makes my words hit hard. Brimming with confidence, I order them to make up. They refuse, but my words suddenly carry absolute, binding authority. Even crazier, magic collars suddenly snap onto their necks. I stare in complete shock. What is going on here? Turns out, my Demon Lord ring reflects all magic. Since they tried to place a slave contract on me, the spell bounced right back onto them. We decide to head to town for answers. They introduce themselves as Shera, the elfen Rem, the pantherian. We check into an inn, and Shera immediately demands to share a room with me, claiming she needs to watch me. Before I can agree, Rem demands the same thing. I am completely overwhelmed by their boldness. In the end, all 3 of us share a bed, and my wild imagination immediately runs wild. Right in the middle of my fantasies, a knock comes. It is a stunning woman named Celestine, head of the local Mages Association. Why on earth is someone so important here? She says she needs to speak with Rem. I ask what she wants, keeping up my arrogant Demon Lord persona. Her bodyguard takes offense and starts trash-talking me. But he has no idea that without my game persona, I literally cannot speak to people. Luckily, Celestine steps in. Listening to their conversation, I realize Rem is hiding a heavy secret, a seemingly impossible problem. Once Celestine leaves, I ask Rem about it, but she refuses to answer. So, I do what any reasonable demon lord would do, sling her over my shoulder. While Shera watches in absolute shock, I carry Rem straight to the room. I subject her to an interrogation. Her tiny body cannot take my rough tickling, and the strange noises echoing downstairs make Shera super nervous. Surprisingly, Reem is crying with joy afterward. Rem finally spills her secret. The soul of the Demon Lord Krebskulm is sealed inside her. The only way to destroy it is if Rem dies. She inherited this tragic curse from her mother. Seeing how helpless she is, my protective instincts kick in. I promise her I will personally crush that Demon Lord's soul. Hearing this, she bursts into tears because nobody has ever stood by her like this. My loyalty wins her over completely. Later, as you and I might expect, trouble finds me when I go out alone. That annoying bodyguard from earlier blocks my path with a smug grin. He brought a bunch of thugs. I try to ignore these but he arrogantly smashes a bottle and summons a level 30 salamander to teach me a lesson, bragging about how powerful it is. Honestly, I am stunned. You think I am scared? No, I am just embarrassed for the guy. The salamander attacks, but its flames can't even singe my eyebrows. Watching me stand there completely unharmed, the kid realizes a very unfortunate truth. I am level 150. I draw my staff and delete his little snake with a single spell, and that was me holding back. The kid's mind completely breaks right then and there. First thing in the morning, I find myself checking on the girl's physical conditions. Talk about living the dream. Afterward, we decide to head to the Adventurers Guild. Seeing so many demi-humans, I wonder why there are no humans around. Shera explains this is a demi-human district. That makes sense, especially considering how bigoted that punk was yesterday. But discrimination doesn't matter to me. In this world, level is everything, and I am a level 150 beast. Rem is a level 40 summoner, but Shera doesn't even have a level yet. We are registering today so we can take on quests and make some money. At the guild, we handle the paperwork and start the level test. The testing mirror only reaches Shera's chest, rating her at level 30. She is pretty annoyed that she is weaker than Rem. Then, it is my turn. I gently place my hand on the mirror. Instantly, a massive surge of magic shatters the windows, sending the girls scrambling. This sheer display of power immediately draws the attention of the guildmaster, Sylvie. She personally attends to me, admitting they can't handle someone of my caliber. The mirror has never reacted like this, making my level impossible to measure or assign appropriate quests. I tell her, I don't care about the quest rank as long as the pay is good. Relieved, she agrees, and we strike a deal on the spot. She tasks me with hunting a Madeira basilisk in the man-eating forest. The quest came from the Mages Association. It seems sketchy, but for the money, I take the girls and head out. Man, this forest is way creepier than it was in the game. Shera asks if this place is usually crowded. When Rem says no, Shera mentions sensing multiple presences. We instantly go on high alert. I finally realize why this quest felt like a trap. Over there, and over there. I unleash a blast of magic, blowing several snipers right out of the trees. Taking a closer look, I see our ambushers are actually elves. Shera recognizes their leader as Émile. He immediately accuses me of being a slaver, which is when I learn that Shera is actually an elven princess. She tries to explain she isn't a slave, and tells him to tell her brother she won't be forced into marriage, but Celius insists she can't survive on her own and tries to take her by force. Rem steps in to defend her. Step aside, you pests. You have made 3 mistakes. First, I am not a slave trader, but a sorcerer. Second, Shera is not powerless, because she has my backing. Diablo, and as for your third mistake, I don't even bother blocking their swords. They feel like a light tickle. Even when Celius summons his powerful Gale swordsman, it is a joke. At best, he's just giving me a free I brush the dust off my shoulders. All right, my turn to show off. I am the Demon Lord from another world. Whiteout. With a simple wave of my hand, I freeze the entire forest. Let's see how long these elves last in my absolute sub-zero zone. Guess who runs out next? Yep, it's that annoying punk from before. He's the one who tricked the elves into causing all this trouble. Confronted by Diablo, the kid freezes in absolute terror. But sticking to his 3 strikes rule, our hero decides to give him one last pass, and the kid scrambles away in a panic. Shera then steps up to the elves, making it crystal clear that she's never returning to her tribe. Realizing her mind is completely made up, they back off. That night, Rem heads out to the Mages Association to report everything to Celestine. Back at the inn, only Diablo and Shera remain. Our hero suddenly realizes something dark. People in this world are incredibly weak. They're just struggling to survive, with 0 safety nets like in a video game. If you die here, you stay dead. Without his overpowered skills, he might not even stand a chance against the Demon Lord inside Harem. But when Shera hears he's planning to save Rem, she gets incredibly jealous and throws herself at him, claiming they both summoned him. She's terrified he'll choose Rem over her and actually tries to force herself on him right there. Now, Diablo is a total gentleman, so he immediately tries to push her off. But of course, his hands land right on her massive chest. What's wilder is that Shera doesn't even object, tempting him to take things a step further. But right as they're about to cross the line, the door swings open. Ah, Rem. Well, since my chest is so flat anyway, almost squeezing him to death. Now that our hero has won over Rem and Shera. Yet another demon girl practically delivers herself to his doorstep. Later, the trio visits the guild, where Sylvie reveals a quest specifically demanding It's from Celestine, the head of the Mages Association. The job is easy and pays incredibly well, basically serving as an apology. Hearing this, a proud Rem wants to refuse, since she hates owing Celestine any favors. But Shera completely shuts that down with one painful truth: air flat broke, and can't even afford rent. Seeing Rem's hesitation, Diablo suggests that he and Shera handle the quest, while Rem stays safe in town. Their destination is the Bridge of You. But just as they're about to leave the guild, a cocky voice stops them. Diablo turns to find a flamboyant blonde guy staring at his rumors of Diablo parading a collared girl around. Have left our main guy totally baffled. It's just a piece of gear, after all. But as he questions the blonde kid, an even flashier show-off suddenly makes his grand entrance. The great me is named Émile, a level 50 warrior, boasting the absolute greatest strength in the entire guild. Watching Émile deliver a textbook video game intro, our guy's eyes light up. Finally, someone is actually stepping up to challenge him,